Hello, hello, welcome back. It's going to be day 81 in the Blueprints house. It's probably been a week or two since I've played. I've got a note here saying that I ended day 80 in the aquarium, which counts as a bedroom, but I don't know if it does anything. And I've got a note of everything that I had in my inventory that I might see if any effect has happened. So I think I expect to start with 60 steps, is it? It might be more, I forget. Okay, I've started with 70. I feel like that's normal. Yeah, starting with 50 was normal. And then I think adding the... oh, interesting. Adding the orchard gave me 20 more, yeah. Okay, so I did not start with any extra steps. I didn't keep anything that I was holding. I get 2 gems anyway. Let's see. And then I had all of these inventory items, but I had the moon pendant, which interestingly I've held on to, and I've kept a key card as well. Would have been cool to have. I don't know, actually that's good. Starting with a moon pendant gives me a head start for tomorrow right away. Maybe today I should do what I keep on saying that I'm going to do, and try to prepare for the next day as much as possible. In light of that, it might be nice to find a shrine outside. Super mask, gems, and keys. Good. I think getting the delayed delivery or whatever it was, the contactless delivery, was a good upgrade for that one. Because getting stuff at the beginning of the day often seems more valuable than getting it during the day, I think. Wasn't looking where I was going. I'm still very curious about Ladyship's little diagram of the garden. I could do a schoolhouse day. I've been meaning to for a while. And there's 2 reasons for that. One of them is that I want to ace the test. For no good reason. I don't think it will give me anything other than, I don't want an A-, I want an A. And the other reason is that I think that there may be a way to get... I wonder if the blue tent's memos are different for grades 2 through 8 plus the final exam room. So I think I'm going to do it. Do I have any reason to go in there? Yes, just because I haven't been in there for a really long time. Okay, digging a spot, which I think I could have anticipated. I don't think there's any reason to turn that. There was this note about, yeah, somebody leaving. Mrs. Peterson. What was the gift for Mrs. Peterson? That's weird. It's like the chalk. There's little hollows for each piece of chalk. It's very weird. Yeah, I think there is nothing in here. I thought usually there was an apple in here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just thinking of all the other classrooms. Herbie. Alright, felt like I saw something then, just for a second. Maybe not. Alright, out we go. Okay, so it's a schoolhouse day. That means I will need a good supply of gems, because they're a gem each. So I will attempt to... Well, as usual, I'll attempt to get as many gems as I can in the bottom sort of third of the house. Keycard is good to have. And maybe today's a dormitory day. I should get a dormitory if I have the opportunity. And then I don't have to worry too much about steps, I think. Alright, I'm going to Oh, since I have the key card, I have the opportunity to emerge from the foundation. So I shouldn't worry too much about dead ends down here. Right. Den, get our first gem, or our 5th gem, I suppose. And I don't think there's anything else. Into the corner conservatory, please. Classroom. Now, getting rid of the first classroom nice and early might not be a bad idea. Dormitory, I'd like to be further up in the house, a bit further north. And I think I still have it as commonplace, or maybe standard or something. Storeroom 2 gems. Oh, I should, wrong button. This button. That's the wrong button. I'm doing a lot of wrong buttons. That button. There we go. Yeah, I need to... I want to see what I don't have. Okay, Mechanarium, Gallery, Room 8, Nook, Pantry, Office. Storeroom is one of them. And I should write here... oh, it's probably down here actually. Yeah, classroom of different grades. So I think for that reason alone, I will not grab it. Apologies for that, wrong button. Okay. So maybe I will grab the first classroom down here. Get it out of the way. Yeah, I may as well take the apple. You could have a silver spoon or a... Is it farmer's apple? The one that makes apples extra delicious. And let's head north. I get 2 drawers here. I suppose hallway is nice to have. I don't want the classroom. I want that... I don't want that till rank 8 now. I suppose the library's okay. It seems like a bit of a... I gotta redraw. What do I have 2 redraw? Oh, right, because the schoolhouse outside counts as 1 as well. Coat check would be really good to have. Yeah, I'm going to take the coat check. Although, just realizing I don't have the coat check on rank 8 either. Maybe I'm going to have the coat check on rank 8 because I love having this thing. Okay. Oh, glad I spotted that. Yeah, just that's a reminder that I really need to look around more carefully. And this is up towards the foundation. Yeah, why not a workshop? It connects nicely. The commissary would be good, but I don't really want to waste the gems if I don't have to. I could go back out to the schoolhouse and dig, I suppose. I don't know if that's a waste of steps, though. It might get me 3 gems, so it might be worth thinking about. I can dig in here, and I think I should, and then maybe I'll backtrack to the entrance hall. That's good. Just 2 dig spots? Oh. I will draft at least 1 room here. Maybe this isn't a bad place for the dormitory. I wonder if it counts right now. I'm gonna find out. So I got 10 and 5. So the 10 is because I drew at least 1 drafting room, I guess. Oh, hall pass. You will not lose steps traveling between adjoining hallways, and hallways drafted from an adjoining hallway do not cost gems. Alright. Let's remind ourselves about what's in this one. I still need to figure out the safe in the study. Yeah. What is the relevance of the duck? Is it just the silly joke? This name, it feels like there's some kind of code in there, but I don't know what. Found hidden in the floor plans of our youth. So the same chessboard is in the study, with the queen on d8. But I don't know what to do with it. Okay, we move on. I want to go back to the entrance hall and go in whatever directions from there. Is there anything I can build? Not right now. The hall pass, there was also something with the hall pass. What was it? It was, I think you're more likely to get the bookshop from the library if you have the hall pass. It was something like that. Alright, let's go north. Don't mind a dead end. Mail room. Yeah. And do I want to go in? Sometimes there is an item, so I will. Not today. I remember finding the memo in here was really hard. I think it might have been up here or something. I forget. Okay. Oh, I never picked this up. Right, and onwards. So I don't want to get a dead end right away now. I want to... Yeah, branching would be good. Den is perfect. And let's go to the side. Hope for a conservatory. No conservatory. Have I had a Nook in 8? No, I haven't. I guess we take the library and we read whichever book it was that I ordered. I think it was Sightseer's Guide. No keys? Okay. Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. It's the third time that I've pulled it. January 26th. Maybe I'll note the date. I think I've been keeping up with that. 26. Well, I mean, I assume it's Tuesday. Day 80 was the 25th. That's what I had, right? Yeah. If day 80 was a Monday, I mean. Okay, yeah, I might be about to press the wrong button again. Nope, the right button. Okay, A Sightseer's Guide to Reddington, a modest account of our town by Sir Andrew Darl. Sightseer's Sears Guide to Reddington. $100. So I do have some notes here. And I will keep that on screen for myself, but I will add to it if I see things that are interesting to me. Introduction. The third largest city in Fen Aries, and a site of its former capital, Reddington is synonymous with mountains, mystery, and magic. So it used to be the capital. Let's write that down. Synonymous with mountains, mystery, and magic. Most tourists head straight for the boardwalk and don't get much further than the botanical gardens. However, Reddington has much more to offer. Spectacular scenery, a historic castle, and a charming underground bazaar reward visitors who wish to explore further. Reddington is that type of unique, enchanting place that lingers in your mind and memories long after you leave her. The Botanical Gardens, Reddington's most popular attraction and a guaranteed crowd pleaser. The Botanical Gardens is loved by both locals and visitors for its Aegean canopy house and mausoleum, its petal-covered trails, and a mind-boggling variety of flowers. This is the reason springtime is Reddington's busy season. So, the Botanical Gardens have Aegean canopy house, a mausoleum, let's finish it off, petal covered trails, and many flowers. Situated just east of town, Botanical Gardens offer a scenic and captivating tableau of the natural countryside. Just east of Reddington. Oh. Yeah. Scenic and captivating tableau of the natural countryside. A cobblestone trail meanders past over 1,000 species of tropical plants, each remarkable in its own right, yet even more stunning set against the spectacular backdrop of the Reddington Mountains. Allow yourself at least an hour to indulge in this picturesque walk, which concludes at Mainway Station. Okay. Okay, then we've got this thing about the holly already. Schoolhouse was closed in 1966. Why am I writing that? Oh, because it's I guess it's mentioned in this book. Yeah, okay. All right, what's next? Featherfall Keep. You'll find sitting at the base of Mount Perma, Reddington's second highest summit. Okay. Featherfall Keep was built by the first king of Aries I've written here. Featherfall Keep is Mount Perma, which is Reddington's second highest summits. Keep was built by the first king of Aries I've written. Let's keep reading. Featherfall Keep, the former home, I missed a bit. Historic site described by scholars as significantly important to the realm's past. Featherfall Keep, the former home of Lord William Epsom. Have I written that? No. What about the first king? Former home of William Epson. And home to the Epsons since before the Third Era. Has until recently always been a private residence. Okay. After the death of Lord Epson, his oldest son Lionel Epson left the estate never to return. However, the daughter stayed, maintaining the residence and its staff until her marriage in 1951. At that point, Featherfall Keep ceased to be a family residence as it began operating as a historic house museum and tourist attraction, and the estate was designated National Historic Landmark in 1972. A National Historic Landmark since 1972. It is still believed by many that Featherfall was built by the first king of Arinda Aries when Reddington was still the capital. However, surface documents containing conflicting dates have recently cast some doubt on the long-standing myth. Okay. Trinsdale Lake. Close your eyes and imagine tranquil, serene stillness, rolling fogs, clear water, and gliding swans. We see a swan to the south? Ashen like the shore or something? This picture I've seen somewhere else as well. Okay, I guess I'll write a bit about this. Trinsdale Lake. As a lakeside resort, cabins frequented by royalty and the realm's gentry. On the southern shore of the lake is an area which welcomes tourists. Welcomes. 100 Bells Tea Room is here, open to the public for lunch on Mondays and Fridays. Okay. Mount Holly, elevation of 11,220 feet. Mount Holly. I should write Mount Holly Summit. There's an elevation of 11,220 feet. Tallest mountain in the Reddington Range. And the highest peak in Veneries. Beyond the physical challenge itself, climbing Mount Holly Trail is a beautiful experience and one that many hikers and explorers will want to do at least once. It's only a few hours from Reddington to get to the trailhead. A few hours from Reddington to the trailhead. And you won't need any local guides or special gear if you tackle the trail during the summer season. However, those willing to give this mountain a significant amount of planning and research will be greatly rewarded, whether or not they actually summit. On the opposite side of the peak, far from the trail, rests the estate of Mount Holly, nestled between the summit's northern slope and saddle. This 80-acre mountain residence is almost as old as Reddington itself. However, unlike Featherfall Keep, the property has been completely private since the closing of Mount Holly Schoolhouse in '66. Still, hikers will be able to appreciate the house's unique architecture at a distance from one of the trail's many north-facing overlooks. Okay, I don't think there's too much that I want to say about that. Mainway Station Bazaar. For the sentimental tourists wishing to pick up a souvenir to remember their stay, one might try braving the Mainway Station Bazaar, but don't be too hasty. Without proper guidance, the Mainway Station can be a dangerous place. Located underground, this unique marketplace was once Reddington's central railway station, in a time when the realm's trains were still in service. Now the turnstiles, footbridge, and platform have been appropriated and turned into a cavern of tents and torches. Whether you are bargain hunting, looking for adventure, or finding a memento to commemorate your visit, the Mainway Station Bazaar will be a worthy conclusion to your sightseeing adventure in Reddington. I don't think there's anything that I want to write about that. And then we have the map, which I have a screenshot of somewhere. The Eries River. Burrow's End. I don't think we really know much about that. 100 Bells Tea Room at the south shore of Trinsdale Lake, was it? Yeah. Angel Tower. We don't really know much about that. There's Mount Perma, there's Featherfall Keep. Is that the Black Bridge? I don't know. Mainway Station Bazaar is down here. The Botanical Gardens over here. Tanner Fork is down there, and Mount Holly over here. And that's it. Okay, just save my notes there. And very good. I guess next time I'll order the next book and reread that. Alright, let's go up the wing here. See what we find. So we have the bookshop available. But I've bought all the books, and I don't think I really have any desire to go back in there. I don't want the freezer. That would be a bad move right now. I suppose this is some steps, and it's worth, what, 2 keys? Not great. I'm almost tempted to redraw. I don't like any of these right here. The library was a drafting room, so I could go back to the dormitory for 10 steps. So I don't really care about these steps, I think. Yeah, I'm going to redraw. I should probably take the gems. Unless I have the magnifying glass, I'm not too interested in going to the drafting studio again. Yeah, I'll take the wine cellar, take the 3 gems, and backtrack. It's 4 separate numbers, not 1 number. It's M13, C is 3, X is 24, and I is 9? Is that what I'm supposed to use it for? I don't know. Okay, done here. And let's see if we can find some more gems. Gift shop. Hallway. There's nothing to buy from the gift shop. I don't know how many hallways I have. I suppose there's nothing saying I won't draw a gift shop later, so I'll just take the hallway. I was thinking about whether I need to preserve the 3-way rooms. I don't know, I wasn't really thinking too clearly there. Have I had the workshop on rank 8? Yes, I had it last time. Oh, and I don't think I've recorded since noticing this, but there was... I didn't get the memo from the office. I think it was last time. I had the office in rank 8, but then just didn't look for the memo. I just forgot. It's the second time I've done that. I did that in the Mechanarium once as well. Oh, anyway, time to move on. Oops, wrong button again. Okay. I want the door, so I think I will just take the workshop, get whatever item it gives me. It's going to be the purse. I don't have the rabbit's foot, otherwise I would make the lucky purse. I don't think I can make anything else. No. So let's keep going. I still am not comfortable with the number of gems that I have. I guess I want this just for the doors. I think a trade of a gem for a star is okay. Plus there's usually a dig spot, and I may get more gems. I did. Okay, so that was good. Compass is good too. That should hopefully help me stay heading north. I don't want to draw east yet. Let's go west. I suppose West Wing Hall, just for the doors. Don't really mind what I draw to the south. Hopefully a dead end that gives me lots of things, like an attic would be great. Do I want that? It's 10 extra steps if I get a boudoir. It's 3 extra steps if I get a walk-in closet, which I don't really plan to get. I mean 3 extra gems. But it's better than the chapel, and I don't want the classroom here, so yeah, and I don't really want to waste another die. So we'll get the 5 from it. We will ponder this one more time. Does it never end? It's the circle of stars, but I don't know what to do with the circle of stars. Oh, that's nice. I would love to get an observatory if I can. The sleep diary. We can ponder at this one more time. These dots. These dots. I've seen dots in diagrams of rooms before, and I don't remember where. I mean, it's clearly not these. I don't recall. Where have I seen that? Do not remember. Okay, I guess I'm done in here. I can have a little look at Simon, my grandpa, and onwards we go. Yeah, let's go north. So, would it usually cost gems? I don't remember. Would I want the break room? I kind of do want to accelerate to rank 8. Suspicious room. Okay, don't want that yet. I guess pantry's okay. I'll pull the pantry. Get some money. Get some fruit. Now, remind me what this is about. This is... It was a clue for finding... Maybe... It was either a... Yeah, it was outside next to the bridge or something. So it was a clue to get me the... Yeah, a clue via a new clue, and it was to get me one of the microchips. I don't remember whose writing this is. It might be Savage Babbage's writing, or it might be... Yeah, I think it's Babbage's writing. Alright, that's the pantry. Let's move on. Yeah, I'll use a key. Showroom. I'm worried about gems. The parlor might be reasonable. It sends me in the right direction in a way that the showroom doesn't. Then again, the showroom might give me... it might give me the chronograph. It might give me the emerald bracelet. I think I should take it. Emerald bracelet? No. Silver spoon would be good. Oh, yeah, there is an emerald bracelet. I don't much care about the master key. Let's take the emerald bracelet. Let's take the chronograph. Let's take the silver spoon. Good. Okay, so from there, I would be willing to redraw if it will send me northwards. This is a good place for a hallway. Yeah. Very happy with the hallway here. Now, I'm not worried about gems anymore. So, yeah, let's go north. And now I'm forced to redraw, which I'm a little bit unhappy about. Because I don't want any of this stuff here. Alright, Boudoir is actually pretty good for me now. And it gives me redraws. That's the one. Let's get the gem. Ale and... Is it ale and pale? No. Paint and pint. Okay. Oh, I'm using a lot of keys. Maybe I should have got that the master key. Well, no, I still don't have the Nook in 8. Alright, so I'll take the break room. It gives me keys. Yeah, I wasn't excited about the break room because I thought that the Nook gave me keys, but I'm forgetting that this one gave me keys. Alright, so 3, I guess, times 1 times 6, 18. 4 minus 4 times 13 is 1. Okay, 1 minus 2 is negative 1. Times 4 is negative 4. Square it, 16. These are too easy. Silver key. Alright. Now I'm ready for classrooms. I haven't opened any... I need to remember that I've not opened any antechamber doors. I'm still going to do this, and I'm a bit scared that I'll be locking all of this off. Should I redraw? No, I'll take it. The sooner I've got a classroom here, the sooner I know if there are or are not different blue tents memos in rank 8 classrooms. First, let's look for items on desks. None. Silver spoon, this apple. Now we look for the memo. Oh, now before I pick that up, let's remind ourselves about flag colors. Green for Nuance, pink for Vera, orange for Kararika is what we had from here in the past. Today, it is different. Okay. So, classroom grade 2, day 81. Classroom. I'll read it out first. The figure of 8, in its symbolic guise as infinity, has long served as a vessel of both death and the unfathomable. do not know what I'm supposed to take from that. I have absolutely no idea. I suppose this just gives a bit of backstory to the, oops, wrong button again, sorry about that. I suppose it's just giving a little bit of backstory to why they write them as infinities, but I don't know if it really means anything from a gameplay perspective. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm supposed to be getting something important from it, story-wise, or even as a puzzle to a clue to a puzzle. I think I would accept a classroom pointing to the antechamber, and then I would backtrack and try to fill out the rest of the house and try to find some levers. Do I instead want to use the silver key here? Let's once again remind ourselves about what we don't have. So the mechanarium would have 3 doors, which is not enough. The gallery would be straight. There's various... No, there's no other rooms that branch that I want to get here. It's just the mechanarium possibly, and everything else is L shapes. So I think I will not use the silver key here. Let's just use a regular key, my last one, a bit worrying. I will point a classroom to the left. And let's see what grade 3 has. It has an apple. It has a dog of some kind. Now, I think I'll check on the shelves first, since that's where it was in the previous room. Doesn't look good, so I will... Ah, there it is. So this is the science class, I guess. I'll read it here first. The scientific foundation of architectural drafting, combining advanced principles of spatial suspension and temporal anchoring, was developed and refined at the Farias High Institute of Kararika at the beginning of their realm's 15th era. They've had a lot more realms than here, apparently. Alright, so... Classroom grade 3, day 81. This is a long bit to type. Architectural... Spatial... Temporal anchoring. Their realms era. This seems flavory. I guess this is trying to put some kind of I don't know, some science, some mechanics behind the weird nonsense of drawing different rooms in different places on different days. Spatial suspension and temporal anchoring. I realize now that I have mistyped it. Oh, not only a typo, but also spatial suspension. Scientific foundation of architectural drafting, combining advanced principles of spatial suspension and temporal anchoring, was developed and refined at the Friars High Institute of Cryarca at the beginning of their realm's 15th era. Neat, I guess. Don't know what to do with it. Science is fun. Okay, and I can't continue to the antechamber right now, so we backtrack. And I could just go via the dormitory and then explore northwards from here. I think I will backtrack all that far. Shouldn't lose a step here because of the hall pass. This way. And this way. What did I have in the bottom left corner? Oh yeah, library. Do I have any reason to go outside? I could go dig. Get more... It might be keys. I might dig up some keys. Might be worth it. Do you know, I don't think that I've ever... I might have had, but I don't think I've ever used the lab experiment that adds piles of dirt on the driveway. Oh. I don't think I've ever actually made any use of it. Is there anything else I want to do out here? Do I want to pop up in the foundation? Not really. It wouldn't... I don't think it would save me any steps, or maybe it would save me one step or something. Nah. Let's just keep going. So how many is this going to give me? Just 10. So it doesn't matter how many drafting rooms I grab. It's just if I grab one, I think I should go flip the north lever. Yeah, I think it's if you draft one or more drafting rooms, then you are now allowed 10 more steps from the dormitory. I still don't understand. I'm thinking again of the safe house, and I still don't understand the why it said there is a major key on a wall. Like, the only thing that makes sense to me is if they're talking about key as in clue, like a thing I'm supposed to understand. I'm not going to bother grabbing the gem. Thinking about the this door here. For me, it was what, 1 or 2 days ago when when day 57 went up, and that's the day that I actually noticed the door the first time. And I put up a short about it as well, where I cut together every one of the 30 times that I walked past it without noticing. And that was fun. I posted that on Reddit and then did not look at any responses because I'm still scared of spoilers. Right, I'm hoping to get what? I guess the weight room gives me the south door. The east door is, I would need a broken lever and the patio, is it? Not patio, the other one. The not conservatory, not patio. The other one, the greenhouse. Or a secret garden, but I don't have the key. So I am a bit concerned. Okay, we go north. Do I want to tunnel all the way? And the answer is no. I don't want the Nook here. But I don't really want to redraw either. Okay, I want classrooms here more than I want Nooks here. So I think I should take the Nook. Since I don't have any keys otherwise. And then I'll get the Nook on rank 8 another time. Today is not the day. Okay. East Wing Hall would be great. Treasure Trove is okay. Yeah, alright. We're losing a room, but that's fine. Get the Treasure Trove. Let's get many money. And I've got the purse. So I could go get the Master Key if I run out of keys again. $28. Okay, so there's a white box with a sun on it. Let's use a key. Treasure Trove. There we go. Day 81, white box, sun symbol. I did have a sun, right? Yeah. Blue. It's going to be printed memo. And what is it going to say? Green memos in pink boxes are always false. Green memos in pink. Oops, I'm not showing that. Green in pink boxes are always false. Okay. What do I know about white boxes? Green memos in white boxes are always lies. Nothing else. What do I know about... Well, blue memos. Oh, what do I know about sun symbols? Boxes marked with sun always contain truths, apparently. Okay, so green memos in pink boxes are always false. So have we seen any of those? Pink box, red memo. Pink box, green memo. And that one said there is no realm that flies the white flag, and I already knew that to be false, so that wasn't useful. Pink box. That's all I've got. Did I write any as red? No. Okay, so that's it. The treasure of the trove was a thing that may help me in future, but it didn't help me for all of the moments that I've already seen. That's okay, we go north. We go north. North is here. And next time I see a locked door, or hopefully more like here, I want to use the silver key. Armory would be nice. Commissary, maybe I don't really care. So I think, yeah, the armory does make sense. And my rank for today is going to be shopping centre, I imagine again. Night shield, absolutely. May as well get it. And this, definitely get it. Okay, we have armed ourselves. This may be worth a silver key. Actually, maybe I don't care so much about the leftward door. Only the northward door, so no. Where is the showroom? Because at the showroom I could get a master key. I've got the money again now. And that means that I'm more willing to spend the regular key here, because I can replace them with a master key. But at the same time, then I'd have to go all the way around to actually get to the showroom. I think I will use the silver key. Cloister might give me more gems. Not that I care that much about them. Gift shop I don't really care about either, though it's a good placement of a three-way room. Yeah, I'll take the gift shop. I've not seen it in a while. That is on the door that I don't know how to open. I think this is what I was thinking of when I said I've definitely seen it somewhere before. I mean, it's in lots of places like this, right? But this is what it looks like on that door, with some like diagonal kind of lines, which don't appear there. So, is this gift shop somehow linked to that room outside? I wonder. So this is the only thing I've not bought, and I'm not allowed it. And there's these things too, I don't know what to do with. Alright, we continue. We go here. This is where I'd really like a silver key, actually, but never mind. Is it worth a redraw to get maybe one more room? Probably not. I think it is worth getting this shortcut, though, so I will get that. And I've had so many shop rooms now that it's a shopping centre for sure. I have no use for a sledgehammer. Shoes I may as well get. I don't think I want anything else. I will go to the showroom and get the master key. Oh. Okay. Thank you very much. And I may as well go draw from the aquarium while I'm here. I should have done that the last time I went past it. I can see if there's anything I can build as well. I guess this is a good spot as any for a clock tower. May as well. Will I go in? Yeah. No, treasure map. Where is it? I think I've been in that room. I think that's one of the classrooms that I have. Ashen like sands of the shore, carried by westerly winds, robed like the moon of the north. Eastward I see a crow, dark of the days coming forth. I feel like this is just... some kind of sequence that I need to use somewhere. So, south, west, north, east, but then dark of the days coming forth. So this eastward is the fourth action, and does that make something dark? I don't know. Okay, down we go. I wonder how it chooses whether or not to give you the silver stopwatch. I wonder how it chooses. Okay, what is my quickest way? Do I want to go in the dormitory again? Have I seen another drafting room? I think not. So I think I want to go clockwise out of here. this the right way? No. The other way. Let's look one more time in case I want to buy any of this. If I got the sledgehammer, then I could build the power hammer. I've got the other bits of that. Battery. No, I don't have the lever. I need to remember that I've got the chronograph. I always forget that I can use that for things. Oh, treasure map. Oh shit, maybe I should have gone the other way to dig. But, I mean, I guess I don't really care what I dig up anyway. Let's keep moving. Alright, gift shop. We go north from here. That's actually my only option. Right? This is my last door. Okay. Oh yeah, I have a master key. Let's use it. Observatory would be good. I don't like anything else, so yeah, let's do the observatory. Let's use the telescope, the inkwell, the sail. Too late. And the pizza. And I don't want the same rewards again, so I won't look in there. I'll hope to get another star for somewhere and then look in there. Special keys, master key. Well, I don't want these. I don't really want to spend a star on a redraw. So I suppose I will dining room. And dinner will already be served. I have the silver spoons, that's a lot of steps. It's the fish and I have the aquarium, so it's a huge number of steps. Alright, we are stepped up. And let's see what we can get. Master key. I hate it. I really want a three-way room here, so I will spend a redraw. Chapel, acceptable. Accept a bubble. I won't use the shield. What I really want is a weight room. I very much want a weight room. That might be worth getting. Boiler room also good, since that gives me another way to get there. Is it worth doing a bunch of redraws to try to get something that opens antechamber doors? Because I don't have any of them open. Like a throne room here actually doesn't help because that's the north door, which I've already opened. I need... what? I need the mechanarium or the... a broken lever and the... I don't have the lever, do I? No. A broken lever and the... conservatory? Not conservatory. Keep forgetting. Greenhouse. Or... oh, the Great Hall. That's west or east, I forget which. Might be east. I forget which rooms are which. Then again, I could have another try at the study puzzle. And I've had study on 8, so I don't want it on 8. Alright, I'll take the study. And bash our head against this for a while. So, let's look at all of our clues. We've got, after the passing of the Baroness Orove, her private study was claimed by her eldest son, Herbert Sinclair. For years, he immersed himself in the countless notebooks she left behind, drawing inspiration from her discarded ideas. From mechanical puzzles to architectural blueprints, each endeavor he pursued in this room was realized in the shade of her creative legacy, in the shade of truth. We seek what's in the shade of truth. Okay, then another clue we have is if we count small gates, 8 safes. No, 8 dates. Crack 8 safes. The other clue we had in this room was... the chessboard in this room contains a portmanteau. Then the other clue that we had from the glossary... study is likely the most... Oh, it's in Drafting Strategy Volume 5. The most powerful room for the experienced architect who no longer has difficulty accumulating gems or solving chess portmanteaus. So all of those things, I think, are to do with this room. There's also these empty picture frames, which bother me. They make me think that this room has something to do with either the dark room or her ladyship's chamber. Why are they here? In the dark room it says... yeah, or Baroness Orve. Where is she in the family tree again? Orve. Thomas Sinclair and Baroness Orve are the parents of Simon and Herbert. Okay. The chessboard in this room contains a portmanteau. A portmanteau is when you shove 2 words together to make another word. Shoving just a letter D and 8 together to make date, that's not really a portmanteau, I think. But maybe it is intended to be. It'd be a very confusing puzzle if they use the word portmanteau and then they put something like D and 8 as date and expect you to think, but that's not technically a portmanteau. I need to look for another portmanteau. So I am inclined to look at this in the simplest way. That this simply means date. And if we count small gates, then 8 dates crack 8 safes. So how do we count small gates in this room? Well, we can do the same thing. We can have G8 to mean gate. Or is there something else we can do to count small gates? Has every other puzzle wanted me to count small gates? Sometimes it is just meant if we include small gates, like if we include the gate which leads to the orchard, or the gate which leads to the thing in the underpass. We've also got this. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm thinking. I'm likely delusional to think this can be pulled off by Thursday. Thursday is not exactly a date, but it's sort of a date. Pulled off by Thursday. But how are we counting small gates in this room? Let's review the other puzzles. Red letters. So the underpass one, we counted small gates in the fact that we included that as a gate. Like we're pretending that that gate is a safe, basically. So I think we're done for counting small gates on that one. Study, don't know, and I don't know what 2 and 3 are. One of them will be study. I don't know where the other one is. The boudoir. Yeah, I don't know how we counted small gates for that puzzle. Maybe we didn't. Maybe we're using it in the same sense as the orchard gate there, where, hey, if we include the small gates, then we're cracking 8 safes. This is not one of those gates, but we're still cracking 8 safes with dates. So maybe there is nothing to do with gates in that one. Alright, so I don't necessarily in that case need to include anything to do with gates in the study. Drafting studio, yes, we literally counted gates for that one. The drawing room, yes, we had to count gates as a homonym. The shelter, no, we didn't count gates there. There was nothing to do with gates. Alright, so that's 2 examples where we don't need to count gates. This one we did, we counted gates as the name of a person that we counted. Busts of, I mean. So now we're here on one of these, and I don't know if I need to count gates. So if we count small gates, so let's say for a second that we do need to count gates. What could they mean? And looking around this room, I do not know what it could mean other than the chessboard. Nothing here is a gate. Nothing here is a gate. Nothing here is a gate. I mean, the safe door, but I don't think that counts. Nothing here is a gate. What about you? You're a room with 2 doors, but I don't think I would call them gates. And what's that? What is that? That appears to be a secret passage. Or... what am I looking at? This is the door. I guess this is just thickness of wall. But then what's this? Why is this dotted? I don't know. But it's kind of low res, so I don't know if I'm supposed to be reading into it. Anyway, I don't think it's gates. Is there anything else which is gates? There's nothing under the table. I mean, this is a gatefold. Is that what it's called? A gatefold picture frame thing? You're not a gate. Count small gates. So it could mean this square, right? There's no other G8 on the board. This is the only G8, so there's one G8. Then again, G8's written twice. There's G8 here and there's G8 there. But there's still only one G8. The G8 would usually have a knight starting on it. But this board has 0 of them. So I don't know if G8 would usually be 1 or if it would be 2 because there are 2 G8s mentioned on the board, or 4 because there's 4 combinations that let me say G8. There's that, or there's this, or there's that, or there's this. Or if it's 4 because there would normally be 4 knights to start with, or if there's 2 because they would have 2 knights per team. How else can I count knights? Or if it could be the number of knights in the room, or which are on the board, which is 0. Or am I looking for knight pieces in this room? I don't think so. Am I looking for knight pieces that I have in the whole house? I'm not sure how many I have. I could figure that out. I've got one in the... oh, I've got Mantle of the Knight still. Armory. Yeah, the Armory has a knight. The Observatory has a knight, I think. I could look at my notes for where the others are. So, yeah. Count small gates. Small knights. This is a small queen. That's a big queen. Am I going to count small knights? Where are small knights? It's 0. There are no other small knights in here. Unless I need to look really carefully and there are actually knights hiding somewhere. Or it could be a homonym, right, of knights. Days versus nights. Count the small knights. Is that like the number of days that I've had in the house? Which I could be 81 or 80 at this point, I suppose, depending how you count it. But then 8 dates crack 8 safes. I still don't have a date. And I'm not going to choose 81 or 80 as part of the code because there's no month or day which is number 80 or 81. So I go like from the start of the year, but then is it a leap year or is it not? Count 8 gates. If we count small gates, 8 dates. Crack 8 safe. So is the date the queen? And D1 would then be the other queen, but it would be a white queen, and that's a black queen. So I don't think that they want me to think about the other queen. But if they did, then done date really seems like a thing, and this Thursday is supposed to be the done date, I guess. I didn't look at this one. I think this is the same as over there, isn't it? Oh no, not quite. I do not know. If we count small gates. Gates, 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 gates. There is a chess portmanteau. No. There is a portmanteau contained. Is that what it said? There is a portmanteau. There is a... Yeah, I know that. Blue tense memos. Study. The chessboard in this room contains a portmanteau. It says a portmanteau. It doesn't say multiple portmanteaus. Okay, if it's a portmanteau and not multiple portmanteaus, then it's either saying that I should be worried about date and not gate or done, or there is something else that I'm not thinking of. Because we can't have... This would not be telling me, I think, to concentrate on gate, because this is the one it's pointing very clearly at. By putting the queen on d8, if that is indeed a portmanteau, then that is the one it's telling me to focus on. Otherwise, it would say multiple portmanteaus or some portmanteaus. There are portmanteaus. So could it mean there's actually another one that I'm looking for? But then what would that be? Contains a portmanteau. So I'd have to do something with queen or chess piece or board. Nothing is coming to me here. The end of my rope is still near. I know I've said that before. I still stubbornly want to try to figure it out myself, but I don't know if I'm going to. I don't know if I'm going to at this point. What do I do? Well, I need a comfort break, so I will be back very shortly. Alright, I am back and I am comfortable. I don't remember what I was about. I don't know what I was thinking about, but I don't know where I was in those thoughts. Okay, let's spin this a couple more times. Help me think. I wish I knew what these were for. I do not, but I don't think it's a case if, you know, spin it 8 times or 46 times and a thing happens. I doubt that. Right. I think the clue that I should be most focused on is that the chessboard in this room contains a portmanteau. Because that, you need the blue tents memos, you need the blue tents for that, and therefore I believe it is a later game thing than any of the other clues that we may have seen in here. And so I should be looking for a portmanteau. And if there is only one, I have a lighter, don't I? And I cannot light that. If there is only one, then I need to look at the queen. Queen dates. Queen, D8, D queen, D... Dween, Dwaits, queen... The black queen. It's a grid. It's a board. It's 8 by 8. It has 64 squares. There was one queen. The queen was victorious, standing alone. What else do we have on here? We've got, I guess, bone, cone, done, bone, gone, and hone. Hate, I suppose, gate, fate, date, and that's about all. B4, that's a word, but it's not a portmanteau. But then why would I look for just random portmanteaus on other cells of the grid? Why would I be looking for that? Because it's pointing me specifically to that one. Now, I could understand it wanting me to look perhaps for gate, because in this it is telling me, it is linking the words dates and gates, dates and gates. And if this one points me to date, then it might be reasonable for me to look at gate. I could also see that it could point me potentially towards the other queen, since there's a queen sitting over here, and therefore it could be pointing me to D1 or done. But it still bothers me that that clue, what I think is the most pertinent clue that I have, it says contains a portmanteau. What if I'm supposed to read into the A there? What if it's an A portmanteau? I don't think so. Oh. Yeah, I don't know where to go on it. One second. Just needed to respond to something real quick. Okay. Small gates. 8 dates. Crack 8 safes. Have any of the other ones needed me to think about 8 dates? They haven't, have they? Red letters. So, underpass. I did not have to think about 8 dates. I just had to think about small gates. Because May 8 was the Irajan was small gate. The Boudoir, no, we didn't have to think about 8 dates, just 1 date. In the drafting studio, no, we just took, what did we do? We took the month from the calendar and the number of small gates, the count of small gates as the day. In the drawing room, we counted small gates. That's all we did. And months were slightly shorter than days, or slightly longer than days. Longer gates. Then the shelter, all we needed was the current date. Or the current time or something. In the office, we counted small dates, small gates rather, and it was March of the counts. We were given the month, and we counted small gates to get the count of the days. So nowhere here have we needed to do anything about 8 dates. So I think we're going to continue not to. So I don't think that we're doing something like 8 queens. Crack 8 safes. I think we're only thinking about 1 queen. But where's the portmanteau? Is it just date? So, if 8 dates crack 8 safe, this is only 1 safe that I want to crack, so I think I'm only thinking about 1 queen. So this queen, this date, is supposed to crack the safe. How can a queen crack the safe? Is there more to this queen than meets the eye? How many points does her crown have? 6-pointed crown. It's just also very hexagonal. But I sometimes need 2... I somehow need 2 numbers, don't I? I'm sort of tempted to... 0606 will be my first guess today. Now, what else did I have? I had something about which numbers are in any of the fixed combinations. There we go. Where was this? Oh, the mailroom. Okay, so the numbers 6, 7, and 9 do not appear in any of the fixed combinations on safes, and I've no reason to think that this one would be something other than a fixed combination. So I'm not going to use a 6, 7, and 9 anywhere. Let's look at the ones that I've used. No, not red memos, red letters. So the combinations that I've had are May 8. So that uses an 8. Yeah, we'll note it. 1225, 1108, 0415. Oops. Where am I? Here, the shelter was variable, and then 0303. So I'm going to take all these. Let's just make a new file here. So these are the ones that I've used. 6, 7, and 9. And yeah, we are not using 6, 7, and 9. So no 6, 7, 9. So what digits have we used? We've used 0, 1. We've used 2. We've used 3, 4. We've used 5. We've not used 6. We've not used 7. We've used 8. We haven't used 9. I was hoping to find one that we haven't used but which we expect to use. But no, that covers everything. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not 6, not 7. 8, not 9. I was hoping to rule a particular number in, but I was unable to do that. Do I care about the frequency these numbers were used? So these are all of the things we've used. I'll skip the May. Let's sort those. In fact, let's sort and count. Oh, unique C for count, isn't it? No? Sort. Missing delimiter after search pattern. Okay, maybe it's not C. Oh, unique with a capital C? No, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't remember. So anyway, we've got 4 of those, 4 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those, 1 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those. I don't think I can do anything with that. I don't think I can do anything with that. Contains a portmanteau. Eight dates, crack 8 safes. The Queen is the date. Which letter of the alphabet is Q? I mean, I feel silly doing this. I don't know which letter of the alphabet is Q. I know M is 13. 13, M, N, O, P, Q. So it's 4 more than M, so 13 plus 4. So Q is the 17th letter, I think. I hope that's right. N, O, P, Q. 12. Wait. N is 14. O is 15. P is 16. Q is 17. I don't know why I just said 12. I don't know why I have M written there. Q 17. So I don't know, it feels silly. But Am I going to grasp at straws here? I think perhaps I am. I'm going to try all months with a 17. You should skip ahead probably. 01, 17. 02. Wait, no. We don't use 6s, 7s, or 9s, do we? No, we don't. Okay, Q is the 17th letter in the alphabet, but we aren't to use 6, 7, or 9 in the combination. So I think I need to throw that idea out. Did I have other ideas? Safe. Study safe. Blue Mo, not contain 6, 7, 9. Crest date, yeah, that was a stretch. Birthday was a stretch. Tried all of these things. Drafting strategy 5, yes. Can't see anything that I'd call a portmanteau other than date or done or gate. Yeah, these are things that I thought about today again, didn't I? Then we've got yeah, I tried both of those. I've written why did I try all these? Why would it be... Why did I think it would be one greater than that for the month? I don't know why I thought that. What about scores in chess? Knights are worth 3, queens are worth 9. But we're not using 6, 7, or 9. And will the house be reopened? That seemed quite a stretch. Stuff from my notes in my phone. Alright, this is when I had a bunch of ideas when I was up late. But none of this worked out. And that, sadly, is all the ideas I'd written down. The chessboard in this room contains a portmanteau. The word contains, it's very specific. Not has a portmanteau, or, you know, hides a portmanteau, or provides a portmanteau, or is a portmanteau. Contains. That means it's within it. Does that mean it's within the grid, perhaps? I remain stuck. Maybe I'll come back to this at the end of the day, but yeah, I sadly have not made progress. Could the other things in this room be more clues? Unused pairings. Fate gate hate. Done. Gone. Hone. Bone. And, I don't know, tube. There's probably others that I can't think of. But then what am I supposed to do with those unused things? And then how does the chessboard contain a portmanteau? In the shade of the Queen is E8. Which could also be AT. AT. Oh. In the shade of her creative legacy. Each endeavor he pursued in this room was realized in the shade of her creative legacy, in the shade of the Queen. Where's the light coming from to cast that shadow? That's a mystery, but we do not have to solve it. The shade of creative legacy, 80. 80. How's that a portmanteau? How are we... I mean, 8E. Is that a portmanteau? I don't think it is. A portmanteau, you're supposed to use a chunk of one word and a chunk of another, but not all of them. That's just putting two words together. I mean, 80? No. 04, 80. 80, 04. 80, 64, I don't know. 64, 80, I don't know why I'm doing 64. 46 would be more appropriate. 80, 64. What else could I be doing with 80? In the shade of her creative legacy. Immerse himself in the countless notebooks she left behind. Countless is infinity. Contains a portmanteau. I know I'm not supposed to use sevens. 1780 and 8017. Queen 80. There's one queen. That would be the king. What do I do with that? How many points were they in chess again? Score. I haven't written down what a king is. Let's do a quick search for that. King score in chess. Oh, it does not have a numerical point value. Its value is infinite. Okay, so if the queen is 9, but I'm not supposed to use 6, 7, or 9, so never mind. 80, I thought I might actually have something like that, except 80 can't really be a date, can it? What if it's the 80th day of the year? I can figure that out. So January has 31, February has either 28 or 29. So far we have, that's 60, and this is 61. Is that right? No, 59. And then we need another 20 days on top of that. So 1st of January plus 60 days. So the 61st day would be March 1st. Do I have that right? So add 20. So we'd get March 21st, I think. Regular year, non-leap year. Do I have that right? I could also think about day 80 of the game. Okay, maybe I will use the power of machines for this. So 80th day of year. And I've written 90th somehow. 80th day of year. March 21st. Or March 20. I had this backwards, apparently. Really? That doesn't make sense. Does it? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I just have this backwards. March 21st, March 20th. Okay, and day 1 was... Day 1... November 7th. 80 days after... actually, don't want after. 80 days after November 7. That'll be January 26. So 80 days after day 1, which is November 7th, is apparently January 26. But I actually want 79 days after because I want day 80. Oops. I.E. So that'd be January 25. So I'll give that a try. I am not feeling very hopeful about it, but let's try it anyway. So January 25th. No. And we'll also try the others. March 21 and March 20. Didn't think so. I should probably write these down. Oh, I didn't write down about the aquarium. The shadow of the queen. Interesting because the directory entry for study mentions the shade of Orve's, what was it? Something. I'll write that down in a second. Is on E8, which could be 80. And I have tried 80th day of the year, 0320 or 0321. Tried day 80 date, which was 0125. And tried 8080. I didn't try 0080. Maybe I should. I also want to look quickly at the aquarium. Didn't seem to have an effect. Slept there day 80, woke up day 81. Yeah, let's try a couple of other 80 things. 0080. I think I did actually try that. 01, 80. 02, 80. 03, 80. 04, 80. 05, 80. Skipping 6 and 7. 08, 80. 09, 80. We're not supposed to use 9 either. We do 10, 80. And 11, 80. And 12, 80. I didn't think so. All right. I think I need to move on for now. Yeah, let's move on. Where were we? Okay, yeah, I've got these last few rooms. I'm hoping to get another classroom. And then I don't know if I'll be able to get over there. What I really need is to be able to open some doors in the antechamber. I can do regular key or master key, right? I guess it doesn't really matter. So, I want to do the classroom. And we're up to geography, which could be an interesting one. Get some nice bassoon music in here. Where's the spiral of stars? Yeah, up there. Does it never end? Is that her talking? Does her torture never end? Something like that. Bunch of Kararikas here. And that symbol of... what was it? It was a symbol of lots of stuff. Third era. Right, we were looking for a memo. So that means I'm going to have another schoolhouse day to get the other classrooms. chairs. Let's look on the backs of the chairs. Let's look on this notice board. Angel Tower. Do not know much about it. So Fen is a city, it seems. Did I know that? I'm not sure. Fen Aries. Right, where is this memo? I so far have... Oh, there it is. Of the 3 major expeditions to the South Key. South Key? The South Key. I guess it's the southern pole. Of tides. Where's this? Is it this? I think it's these. Rogue moon. Where were we? Of the 3 major expeditions to the South Key, only one party returned. The cartographers among them conducted a cautious survey of the coastline, but refrained from making landfall. Blue Tents Memos. Classroom grade 4, day 81. Of the 3 major expeditions. Major. Major means, small name. To the South Key, only one party returned. The cartographers among them conducted a cautious survey of the coastline, but refrained from making landfall. The word refrain is making me think of music, and I have a feeling that the word refrain is mentioned in some of the lyrics in the music in this game as well. South Key. Is what appears to be the South Pole. And it's shown on the grade 4 3rd era Warsphere map with a big infinity symbol in the middle. This was Warsphere, right? Yeah, Warsphere, 3rd era. want yeah, I want to understand more. I don't know what 3 major expeditions. Could the South Key be the snowy area depicted in some of the Great Alzara's predictions, I wonder? And I don't know. So, I'm going to continue and hope for another classroom. And there it is. We also have lots of opportunities to redraw and will on the way out of this room as well. So here we are in the art classroom. Grade 5. Let's eat an apple with a silver spoon. And we commence our search for the memo. Chairs, backs of chairs. Around this board. This easel. The shelves. This easel. These shelves. Filing cabinet, desk. This easel. This easel. This easel. And this easel. Okay, I remember there being a classroom question about these. Grade 4. There's 2 art classes in a row. Oh, it's geography. I'm not in geography anymore. I'm in art. Student artwork for moose or something. Crowbar. Plan. Car. Plane. Airplane. And bride holding flower. Just don't remember if I had a definitive answer for that, because I think there was a question about this in the exam. Alright, I'm still looking for the... Ah, there it is. The illustrations in The Red Prince and Swimbird were made by Marion Marigold herself. Okay. So that's saying that there are probably clues in the pictures, I think. The music just suddenly stopped. That was weird. Okay. Red Prince, no, Blue Prince. Blue tents, almost. Classroom grade 5, day 81. Oops, not F1, 81. The illustrations in The Red Prince and Swimbird. Guess this means I should read Swimbird again as well, actually. Where do I get Swimbird again? It's in my notes, I'm sure. Were made by Marion Marigold herself. Alright, what I also want to do here is, this is not sure if possible anymore. This is classroom grade 6, 7, 8, and final exam classroom. So there's actually quite a few I haven't got still. Oops, this is what I just did. I expanded, not sure if possible, classrooms to these 4, which I've not done yet. Do I still have... Is there usually sound when I do those things? I don't know. I wonder if sound in the game has failed. We'll find out sooner or later, I suppose. Okay. Where do I go from here? Will I go north? There's only one way to go. I don't have any other doors in any of these places. So I must go north. And from there I only get one more draw unless I get an east door. And let's remind ourselves where the east door is. East door. East door. Great Hall. And Secret Garden. So yeah, east door, I need either the secret garden, which is almost impossible to get at this point. In fact, I believe it is impossible to get at this point. Or the Great Hall, which I think I also cannot get on rank 9. So yeah, I'm not getting in that room today, I think. That's okay. That's okay. So what I can do is... Well, I don't know. I guess I could draw until I get a freezer. That would set me up a little bit for tomorrow. Do I have any reason to go to the observatory and look in the telescope? I didn't do that, but I don't think I really have a reason to. So I think we use the master key. And I don't have any use for that. Planetarium. I could end the day in the dormitory. I don't know what that does, so I think I'm tempted to. And that means that I'm less inclined to get the planetarium. So I'm going to redraw. I don't really want the casino, or the funeral parlour, or the conference room. Redraw. Freezer might be the thing to do. The office, I could start an experiment, but it's a bit late. Courtyard I could dig, but why? I guess I can always rewind, so I will keep going to see what else I get. There's no point in that, I think. I guess I could lost and found. No. I could shield it. And then I could try and draw a bunch of times to try and get a freezer there. Yeah, I think I will. Just in case there's something interesting and new. What? Only one item? Something is happening. Oh. Oh. Secret garden key. Unusual. Very weird to have it on that other table. And prism key. I guess I've got to write that down since I'm keeping notes of this. Lost and found. This is the 17th time I've had it. Day 81. It was a prism key and secrets garden key. And let's assume I've got the same stuff, so I'll just copy it and then we'll check it. We have 2 boxes. Check. Statue of Mila. Yes. We have sigil fragment. Yes. We have photo of Mary. Yes. We have the plane. Yes. And we have a circuit diagram of some kind. So yeah, that's the same as it has been for a while, but it's I think that might be the first time one of the items I've gained has been on the other table. Well, it's done. I would like a freezer. There it is. It's not much to freeze, but it's more than nothing. So I think I just may as well. Yeah, I don't have any reason to get further classrooms if they're not in rank 8. And unfortunately I can't get in the antechamber. So yeah, let's freeze our belongings. We could zap things. But there's no point in picking it up because my assets are frozen. It would just be lost. Let's remind ourselves what's behind all this stuff. Silver key there. Do I want a double chance of... Oh wait, I don't have a silver key. I probably shouldn't have picked it up. Some of the other stuff is better. And it looks like there's nothing else to zap. Let's remind ourselves what this is. I'd wished for you to read this letter upon first arriving at Mount Holly, but I couldn't risk the contents of these pages falling into unsympathetic hands. My personal freezer should prove quite the safe box, as all of the staff have for many years respected my wishes that it remain shut and untampered. My favourite snacks were also stored here. But in addition to these delicious treats, it has also for the last 20 years stored many a cryptic message and ciphered note. The nondescript cooler is, in fact, a dubious frozen postbox of chilled secrets. Have you heard of the Children of Black Water? I have no idea how forthcoming your father has been about the details surrounding your mother's final chapter, or the role he thinks I played in that end. I've always denied involvement. To him, to the detectives, to the Crown, and now to you as well. But can I honestly say I had nothing to do with her disappearance? And yes, I speak of disappearance, not death. But I too cling to the hope that our fears are unfounded, and have occasionally, from time to time, called fragments of information that bolster this belief. Fragments of information that have cost me plenty, but our country is never short of opportunists and blackmailers. Still, as I am now dead, I don't want this knowledge to be buried with me, even if that means passing the burden of these fragments on to you. Even if that information may weigh even heavier on your head than the Crown involved. Unfortunately, this information is a little too precious to entrust entirely to this freezer, as I'm not too confident that the sanctity of my snacks will extend beyond my life. I've always found it best to use multiple baskets when it comes to incriminating eggs, a lesson that I recently learned again when a member of my staff betrayed my confidence. I've placed 8 red envelopes in 8 even more secure locations throughout the estate, and left a hidden message for you among the art that hangs in almost every room in this house. This message is the key to unlocking these secrets, but you must be open in your interpretation, as the message itself harbors multiple double meanings and hidden entendres. One final word of guidance. The safe combinations you are seeking will not be found in writing on the estate, so I hope you haven't been wasting too much time jotting down random invoice numbers and dates. Only by deciphering the many... guilty. Only by deciphering the many meanings of the 44-character message can you hope to unlock its many mysteries. To each their own letters. Herbert S. Sinclair. Yes, if we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Yeah. Alright, thanks for that. In here, there was the spare server rack and this stuff about the admin key, which I think is all done. And I think that's it then, isn't it? So I should look at my end of day checklist. End of day checklist. Axe, no. Upgrade discs, no. Treasure map, yes. Oh no, I already thawed. I mean, I already froze. I did that wrong. I should have gone to get the treasure in classroom grade 3 before going to the freezer. And then I would have started tomorrow with a bunch more money. But that is done now, and I have no way to thaw. So, never mind. Not worth worrying about. chest puzzle update. I'm thinking about it now. I was grabbing the armory every time. Well, the shield is still excellent. The shield is really useful to have. But the other ones might be more useful now. Because I don't think it's going to give me the axe again. It's given it to me, I think, 3 times. And I don't think there's anything super expensive left. Like, some things are still 3, but nothing's 5 anymore. So I could think about switching out the Mantle of the Night for something else. Although, I don't have a king, do I? No, I don't have a king, so I can't do that today anyway. So, never mind. Quest bedroom, antechamber, no. Spend money at showroom, I've already bought everything. Craft things at workshop. I don't know if there's anything I can make. No, I don't think there's anything I can make. Pretty sure there isn't. I don't have a trading post. I don't have propellant. I might go back and try more things in the study. Staff announcements, I didn't even get a computer. Spread money, nope. Puzzles are done. Freezer, done. Don't have a conservatory. I do need to go back to the coat check. No blessing thing, and then decide where to end the day. So, step 1. Let's go to the study and try to think of things one more time. Not that way. Here's the study. Multiple hidden entendres and double meanings. So, if we count small gates. We've already used at least a couple of double meanings from that. Because we've included gates, not just safes, but gates as well. We've done that. We've included those, and that helped with at least 2 or 3 puzzles. We have used it as a homonym for gates, G-A-I-T-S. That was for the drawing room. We have used it as somebody's name for the office. So that's already a bunch of meanings for that. And then we've got 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Yeah, I don't know where our double meanings are there. 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Date, the flower fruit thing. Date is in meeting. Date is in calendar date. And in this case, date is in queen. The queen cracks the safe. How does the queen crack the safe? This bar has 6 things. Her crown has 6 points. She is 6-sided. But we don't use a 6 in the puzzle, in the combination. How does the queen crack the safe? Oh yeah, I meant to write shade of her creative legacy. The shade okay. Just looking for clues in the picture. And I don't see any. Each endeavor he pursued in this room was realized in the shade of her creative legacy. What's in the shade of the Queen here? The safe, I suppose. No, still stuck. Still stuck. Wrong button. Where am I going? I'm going... What was in my to-do list? I have already forgotten what I was doing. End of day checklist. I need to go to the coat check and then end the day in probably a bedroom or the break room. But that is through the dining room. May as well look in here, not doing anything else. Still rather suspicious. Could it be that the door only opens up once I've bought everything from the shop? I cannot, because this is not available. A permanent addition to the master bedroom, unlock dare mode. I don't know how to do dare mode. I still haven't tried opening that. Okay. Armory, treasure trove. Nook. Foundation. May as well. Which floor is this? 2. Let's just check if there's anything I can make. I don't think so. Oh. Yeah. Just in case I'll start with it tomorrow. All right. I need to go, yes, through here to the cook check. And I still think the most valuable thing I have, well, now I've got to think about this. I could check off the bracelet instead. The jackhammer is amazing because it gives me a bunch of gems. The emerald bracelet means that I don't need gems. However, I do need gems for redraws via the study. So I still think that the jackhammer is more valuable. Yeah. Just double check that I dropped it off. I'm going to double check by actually going here. Okay, do not retrieve item. Now I just need to choose where to end the day. So a Ladyship chamber would give me another star and lose some steps. The dormitory, I don't know, so I kind of want to try out. I tried the boudoir and I don't think anything happened. So off we go back to the dormitory again. And this is where we sleep. So let's call it a day. And yeah, that'll be that. So, sure enough, it is a shopping centre. It's an academic shopping centre of tomorrow. I don't think I've seen an academic shopping centre before. I wonder what in the picture makes it academic, if anything. The of tomorrow is all the clocks. The academic, is it those tall, thin windows? They might be new. To make it look like an old university building or something, maybe? I'm not sure. Anyway, that was, I would say, a somewhat successful day. The most notable thing about that day, I think, was finding 4 blue tense memos in higher grade classrooms. That's really cool. It means I need to do it again, and I need to get 5 through 8. Hang on, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd already had 1 before. I got 2, 3, 4, and 5. I still need to get 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I could potentially do all of those in one day. Just need to get the first bunch of classrooms earlier. I got progress on the treasure trove. What else? I ended the day with a bunch of things and a moon pendant, so I might start tomorrow with some cool stuff. For tomorrow rooms, I will start with some keys, because I had the clock tower. Break room, 2 hallways, freezer, I'll start with some stuff from that. Oh yeah, I'll have the... Oh, no. I won't have the key card from the break room, because I didn't end the day there. Mailroom, I'll have a package. Yeah. I guess that's that. So I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time. Bye-bye.